Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren, and in case you guys don't know, because some of you guys don't know where I'm from, word to my brethren in my homeland of Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico, 50% Puerto Rican, but and shout out to my pops for being Puerto Rican. But Felix Verdejo, we are hearing news about him, potentially fighting Terry Flanagan for the WBO lightweight title. That's been a fight that a matchup that's been thrown around for the last 7 to 8 months, and we expect it to happen at some point this year. So, hopefully it does happen. For Verdejo, as we all know, if we go back maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, this guy was looked at as the next big thing in boxing. This guy was the guy who was going to carry Puerto Rican boxing. One of the top prospects and most electrifying talents in the sport, and then he's had his streak where he's fighting these guys who are subpar fighters, but he's not looking sensational like he once did, and that's leading people to believe that yes, while he still is winning, what's the problem? So, a lot of people attribute those problems to his training situation in Puerto Rico. There's a lot of distractions, and I tend to agree with that, and subscribe to that belief that maybe that is part of the problem. And it's being reported now by BoxingScene.com that Felix Verdejo will be training with none other than world-renowned trainer and Gennady Golovkin's trainer, ABEL Sanchez, over there in Big Bear, California at the Summit Gym. So initial thoughts on this. If this is true, I think that's a great place for Verdejo, a guy that obviously has a tremendous amount of talent, hasn't really put it all together yet, and can train under guys in ABEL Sanchez that when we look at him, in the gym culture he has there, a lot of times when you go to boxing gyms, and most of you guys know this, who've been in boxing gyms, when you look at the guys that come to the gym every day, the best fighter is supposed to be the one that sets the tone, and he can usually create the atmosphere and the culture of the gym, with how he leads and how he just sets an example for the younger fighters. And Gennady Golovkin is it will be, if Verdejo is to go there to Big Bear, Gennady Golovkin will be nothing short of a tremendous example of what he can be in the sport. A guy that came from another country, a guy that when you watch his earlier fights, he didn't really have that like pressure come forward, kind of style that ABEL kind of tuned him up with. He was more like on the back foot, more like fought more like an amateur. He still had the power, but now when you see him, it's a concerted effort to cut out the ring, and he's kind of become like, he's kind of put a little bit of that Julio Cesar Chavez influence into Gennady Golovkin, and you kind of see that in him. So I think it'd be great for Verdejo, not just for the simple fact that the gym culture of Big Bear is great. You got guys like Golovkin, I think Murat Gassiev trains there as well, Najib Mohammadi. It's a good gym with good fighters, respectable, seasoned fighters, world champions, and a trainer that demands the best out of his fighters. So I think really good for him. Obviously, it's Big Bear is well known for its hills and the incline running, so that'll help Verdejo as well. And just overall, getting out of Puerto Rico should help him. If what people are saying is true, that the reason that he maybe hasn't been performing his best is because of the distractions in Puerto Rico, then that's a great place for him to be, Big Bear, away from Puerto Rico, on the western part of the United States. Big Bear is not a big city. It's not New York City. It's not LA. There's not going to be a ton of distractions, and I think that's a great place for him to be. And hopefully things work out. If ABEL Sanchez is working with Verdejo, it'd be great to see him kind of put his own little imprint on Verdejo's style, because look, Verdejo has some athleticism. Verdejo, obviously being that he was an Olympian, he does have some Olympic pedigree, so you don't become an Olympian by not knowing how to box. So he knows how to box. We've seen that in his fights. We know he can punch. Now, ABEL Sanchez can be the guy that kind of, if he's there and he kind of spent some time with him, I feel ABEL could be that guy to really put these ingredients and these skills that Verdejo does have together. And if he can do it properly, if he mixes the right ingredients together, we might just find ourselves the guy that we always thought we had in Felix Verdejo, and that is the guy that can carry Puerto Rican boxing into this next chapter of the sport, and be a dominant force in the sport. But it's going to take some time, and it's not going to happen overnight. So we'll see what happens for Felix Verdejo. But that's the news. He will be training in Big Bear with Abel Sanchez, and the Terry Flanagan fight is expected to happen sometime between summer and September, is what we're hearing in the article. So let me know what you guys think. Verdejo is going to get out of Puerto Rico. He's going to move to Big Bear, or I don't know about move there, but as far as his training, do his training in Big Bear at the Summit Gym with Abel Sanchez. Where do you guys see this doing for Verdejo? What kind of effects do you see having on him? I think it could be nothing but positive when you consider his Abel Sanchez's track record with developing Gennady Golovkin and how he was able to take his love for Julio, because Abel Sanchez loves Julio Cesar Chavez, and he took what he knows about Chavez and he put it into Golovkin style, where he was already a elite level Olympic boxer, and I believe was silver medalist. So same thing can happen for Verdejo. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys.